So I just wanted to start off by saying, wow, what a day we've had. It's been incredible to share this special day with Victoria and Paul, to witness their relationship blossom from that very first meeting during deepest, darkest lockdown on Box Hill to culminate and evolve into this magical day that we've had here. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your love with us.
Just to recount a couple of these stories, where it became obvious that Paul was a kind of safety third kind of guy. So remember those lockdown days during the pandemic when only essential workers could go into the office? Well, there was Paul sauntering into the office like a true hero. It's also around this time that Paul was in our social bubble and began chatting with this mysterious woman over Zoom. Details of which he would recount at our weekly climbing sessions in our spare room. Unbeknown to us, it turns out that other essential activities included romantic walks by the river, picnics in the park, with complete strangers. And I suppose putting lives at risk was Paul's way of just saying, I care about you all.
Now, I'd like to talk about my new beautiful wife, Victoria. So we met during lockdown with a sort of careful interpretation around the rules of what a social bubble was.
Tigers on the safari. I mean, lions, elephants on the safari.
I just had my makeup done.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh God, this is going to be like this the whole
Happy
day.
And from day one, there's always been difference of viewpoints. Here was Victoria, this beautiful, chic, driven, outspoken feminist, and let's be honest, a bit of a Surrey princess.
Oh, it's a pearl bracelet, and it will go. It matches. Oh. It matches my earring.
Yeah, that's so lovely. Oh, that's so sweet. It's gorgeous.
Hanging out with myself, as we know, heard from Chris, a bit of a geek, happiest in the hills, thinks Instagram is the devil. It was always going to be, on paper, it was always going to be an unlikely relationship. But from day one, it always felt so natural and just worked so well. It just seemed to work.
I had all but given up on the hope of finding a man that could understand me and cope with some of my particular and possibly contradictory ways. I also wasn't prepared to settle for the wrong man, so instead I sort of just gave up on the idea and focused instead on an idyllic countryside lifestyle with a dog instead. One day, I got a like on the app from a man with a genuine, kind smile. It also said he was a data scientist, and I do quite like a slightly geeky type. I thought to myself, I'll give it one last shot. When we met up, I quickly realised he was a slightly contradictory character too. He drove a VW transporter, he liked to wild camp and not wash for several days, whilst climbing, but also worked in private equity in Marylebone. Whoa, I thought, I have met the man for me. I was glad, therefore, when my house sale fell through, I wasn't going to be a sad old maid in the hills with a dog by my side. You're kind and generous, and you make my stomach ache with laughter. Sorry. You've reminded me of all the good in the world, and you have made my world the happiest it's ever been. I'm so lucky to have met you, and clearly good things do come to those who wait.
I promise to always be there for you, to hold and protect you in good times and bad.
To bring you happiness and to offer you support and understanding always.
I promise to be faithful to you and to love and cherish and respect you for the rest of our lives.
Paul and Victoria, you both promised to love and care for each other. You've also made declarations required by law saying you're free to marry. and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in which you promise love, loyalty and commitment in the presence of your family and friends here today. So it is my very great pleasure to announce that you are husband and wife. And Paul, let's get that sealed with a kiss!
Raise your glasses and raise the roof of the pavilion for the entrance of our bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Archer Snell.